Hey, this is Mike from Minimal 3DP, and today I'm going to show you how to either upgrade or downgrade your firmware using Creality's updated upgrade site for their firmware for the K2 series printers. So let's go ahead and get started. Well, that introduction was a bit of a mouthful. So what I'm looking at is last night I happened to notice that my Creality K2 Plus wasn't running the latest firmware, and I decided I want to go ahead and upgrade it as I'm installing some new scripts and making some adjustments to the printer.config. So with that being said, let's switch over and I'll show you the latest step. For those of you that watched my previous video on how to downgrade your Creality K2 firmware, I took you to Creality's firmware site, we downloaded it, and then installed it. But what Creality has not done or shown anyone is they've actually moved where the latest firmware is. So this is showing an old version. We now have to go to a new site off of Creality Cloud. So I've gone to the new web address, which I'll put in the video description below. If you're anything like me, it's a pain to have to remember all the various calculations as well as the tests and calibrations you need to do on your printer. That's why I've gone ahead and put together my calculator hub as well as a variety of other tools to help you in your 3D printing journey. So if you get a chance, head on over to go.minimal3dp.com and take a look. And hey, I put it together so you don't have to. You can scroll down, hit downloads, and you can see now you have all the versions of firmware. In my case, last night, I noticed I was running 1.1.6.1, and it turns out the latest was 1.1.6.4, and for whatever reason, my printer didn't want to see that there was an update. So what I'm going to do is show you how this works either as an upgrade or a downgrade. Basically show this right now as a downgrade because I did upgrade to 1.1.64. I'm just going to click on this. You can see it's downloaded the image, and that was really quick. And let's switch over and we'll move that file onto my USB drive. Now here at the top, you'll notice the 1.1.6.1 image. So I'm just going to right click on that and hit copy. I'm going to go over to my USB drive, and I already have an image on there. I want to delete that. I've only tested this with using a blank USB. So now I'm just going to paste in that new file. And when I install this into the printer, it'll wind up asking me if I want to quote unquote upgrade, although in my case, I'm doing a downgrade. So we'll let that copy over. And in my case, I found this to be a slow process. I want to go down here. I'm going to eject the USB, and then let's switch over to the printer. Now, before doing anything with the firmware, you want to make sure you back up your config files. And once you've backed up your config files, I would go ahead and run a factory reset just to clear everything out. I'll put a link to a video above for how to do the factory reset. And with the machine on, I could just do this pretty simply. I could take the USB. Over here, if I'm facing the printer, on the right-hand side is the USB slot. Put in the USB stick, and this will actually prompt me, as you can see, to do the upgrade. And as you can see, it's actually downgrade. So I can hit the upgrade button. I'm going to hit the upgrade button. It's going to install 1.1.6.1. This takes a couple minutes. And once this installs, it's going to reboot the machine. So we'll let that install. And again, this should take maybe about 5 minutes, maybe a little less. Let that go and we'll come right back. Now, once you've finished the upgrade and it reboots, so notice it's actually going to want to recalibrate before you start printing. So I can hit OK, and then it takes me over to the calibration page. And you can see I could select what I want to do. Since I've just upgraded this, The only thing I really care about is cutter calibration, input shaping. Belt tension should be all right. Auto leveling, I'll do that next time I print. So those are the steps, really quick and easy to either upgrade or downgrade your firmware on the Creality K2 series print. Hopefully you found that helpful. If you have any questions or comments, please post them below.